Right, let's go back to talking about Manchester United. We will talk about Marcus Rashford and what happens next in terms of him. But in terms of the present, Sue, Amad Diallo, I think was your player to watch right at the start of the season, all those months ago back in the sunny climes of August, and here we are nearly at Christmas. I mean, Sunderland fans, they won't need us to tell him about what he did when he was on loan there a couple of seasons ago. I think he got 13 goals in 27 Championship appearances. He was always a player. They're currently in negotiations about a new contract as well. When you look at what he did against City in the Manchester derby, that late winner, but almost single-handedly was the match winner on the day. When you look at the Ruben Amorim rebuild that lies ahead, is he now such a player for them that he sits central to those rebuild plans?
Just seems to really fit, doesn't he, with the way that Amorim wants to play. And he's only 22 years old, but it's just how positive he is, whether he's dribbling with the ball, whether it's that looking up, playing the ball forward, whether it's making runs, his movement's great. And like I say, I just think he fits the way that Amorim wants to play his game. You know, it's a great effort with the header, but you can see that he's a very good passer of the ball. He's brave. He wants to beat his man. And yeah, against Manchester City, you thought it was just going to be Manchester City were going to win the game 1-0. We were going to move on from there. But you know, this is brilliant just to anticipate what's going to happen. You think, could he have played the ball inside? No, he knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that Nunez is coming back, going to bring him down.
Just has that little quick look, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's outstanding. The movement to get himself in that position. Then it's a tight angle to finish. So he's a quick runner, but he's also quick in thought, and I think that's been key for him. But he's gone from obviously being a squad player, showing glimpses, to now he is one of the main men under Amorim.
And Dawes, we've sat here many times, and listen, we're not the only ones who have criticised the lack of intensity from United players, the lack of commitment in so many games. In terms of those two things, is he now the benchmark?
100%. And I think Erik ten Hag must be looking and sitting at home now thinking, why didn't I utilise him a lot more? I think as soon as Ruben Amorim's come in, he's made him, he's put him straight in the team. And ultimately, Tim touched on about midweek when he wasn't playing. I was delighted sat at home because that's how good I regard him, because you got the Spurs and you're getting rested in the quarter-final. So yeah, he's a big player for Manchester United.
Well, he made an immediate impact on Thursday when he comes on, didn't he?
Yeah, 100%. 55 minutes he comes on and he changes the game because he plays with intensity, he closes people down. And I said early on in the show when we were showing the goals that Manchester City conceded, he runs in behind. And what defenders? I was a defender. I didn't want someone running from the right-hand side straight in behind someone play. He runs with pace, and when he gets in these positions, he's making the right decisions at such a young age. I mean, it seems like he's been around a lifetime. I mean, he was at Rangers in, was it 2021 season, Boydie? Then he went to Sunderland and did great, and now he's had to be patient. And as I've said, Ruben Amorim has made him. It looks like in the big games he's going to play. And ultimately, he didn't class Thursday as a big game, because if he was, we saw him last week at Manchester City. I saw him live. Both ways, he runs as fast forward as he runs back. And we can't say that about attacking players. It's easy running forward because you've got a chance of scoring. Yeah. But defensive side, if you're playing Amorim's team, you expect both sides of him, and you get that. And as you said, he's the benchmark that people have to look at such a young age. He should be looking up at people above him.
Well, that says a lot about the rest of the players, doesn't it?
Yeah, nowhere near what good enough.
I think those two loan spells, because of the size of clubs and the magnitude of those two, where he's been in loan, Sunderland and Rangers, he's had to play under pressure. The fans demand, and I think that's helped him go back to Manchester United as well, because his performance, he's playing like one of the older experienced guys.
And I liked it the other week when him and Hoyland were having a disagreement after one of the games. Maybe he should have passed him. It was the wrong decision because he had a chance, but he wasn't backing down. He knows he's a big player in that dressing room at the age of 22. And I think that just shows probably where Manchester United are at 22. He's classing himself that the senior players are probably not doing it in the right way. Someone has to be.
Well, let's come on to one of the senior players, because Marcus Rashford at the tender age of 27 is definitely one of those senior players. Made his debut back in 2016. Tim, he came out this week. Listen, he was watching the Manchester derby on his television back home, not in the squad for that game, not in the squad again midweek for the League Cup semi-final. And he comes out this week and says he's ready for a new challenge. I don't think many could imagine a player saying that kind of thing under Sir Alex Ferguson, but he's come out and said it under Ruben Amorim. If you were in charge of that team, what would your response be to a key player who, yes, is out of form at the moment, saying those kind of things publicly?
We should have a chat with him and just ask him where he thinks he's going to go. You know, you're the biggest club you're ever going to play for. You're earning more money than you're ever going to get elsewhere, unless you're going to go to Saudi Arabia, where they're throwing money at you, but everyone's going to forget about you. No one watches that football. So you should be at the prime now. You're 27 years of age. You should be in the prime of your career. Where do you think your career is going? Why haven't you rolled your sleeves up as a new manager, a clean slate? Whatever happened with Ten Hag or other managers you've been under before, this is all new. You're a homegrown player, which I don't think they should discard homegrown players lightly. But it looks like he's lost the fans. Certainly, I know the manager will be upset in coming out publicly, but the fans more so. They will come out and they will be disappointed with someone at the great Man United playing for that club. You come up there through the ranks and telling people you want to leave that football club. I think it's not correct. I know who's advising Marcus, but it's certainly not got the right advice there.
Tim, you said disappointed there. I'm disappointed as an ex-player.
Yeah.
Like, you think, look, playing for Manchester United, we all played football, and it's the best job you will ever do. And maybe in 10 years, maybe 5 years, the way he's going, Marcus, about enjoying playing football, realising the opportunity you've got, and just giving everything for Manchester United, arguably one of the biggest clubs in the world. And as you say, you leave there, you're going backwards. Fact, non-negotiable.
I think that might be the issue, though. I mean, every time we speak about Manchester United, or anybody speaks, it goes back to Marcus Rashford.
But it's not all on him.
But that's what I'm saying. But he will feel that's what it's like. Every time we speak about him, we sat on here loads of times, and for a long period, it was Harry Maguire, it's Rashford, it's back to Maguire, it's Rashford.
But isn't that part?
It can be too much.
But isn't part of it the drop-off? I mean, we saw the graphic just now. You look 2 seasons ago, best season ever, 30 goals he scored for United, 8 last season, 7 so far this. The drop-off's been huge.
100%. But what pressure gets to people, and the demand and the pressure of playing with a big club is hard. To do it for a long period of time, that's when when you see a lot of people, a lot of players that have been at the one club, you've got to take a hat off to them, because like year after year after year to churn that out and just keep going and going and going and going, it's difficult to do.
I agree.
But Marcus Rashford needs to do more. Yeah. But I think you've got to give the manager credit, because for far too long at Manchester United, the players have dictated what happens. I think they've got a manager here now. It's my way or the highway. Doesn't matter what you're earning. Doesn't matter who you are. Bye. And that's where. But I think he will manage the situation. And when you listen to Amorim this week, I thought he was very, very good, because he didn't throw him under the bus and say, right, on you go, that's it, done. He knows I might need him 1 or 2 games between now and January. I might need him before the summer. So he's going to manage the situation.
But Tim, doesn't it say something about the culture at Manchester United? Yes, it may well change under Ruben Amorim over the next few weeks and months. When you look at what happened to Jadon Sancho, see what he's now doing at Chelsea. Look what's happened to Marcus Rashford, where he was at a couple of seasons ago. It would suggest, would it not, poised to something being rotten at the heart of that club. Yeah, when talents like that have ended up where they are now.
Well, absolutely, but they've made a change, haven't they? They've changed above, they've changed ownerships, they've changed the management upstairs of the football side on the technical side, and now they changed the manager in the dugout.
Where does he go, though? If he does leave United, where does he go?
Well, he certainly don't go anywhere like Man United, does he? And the biggest problem they've got is where does he go for the same money? Good luck to Man United trying to get rid of him. It'd be very difficult. They're praying that Saudi is still there, and they want someone to come like that. They're the ones with the money. They're the only ones who are going to take him off their hands. If I'm Marcus, I'm saying, I'm going back and knocking on that manager's door and saying, Ruben, I want to do it for you. I'm going to try. I want to knuckle down. I want to show my best, because he's got all the characteristics to play for Ruben Amorim. When he played in that game, before he played that game at Ipswich, I mean, it means nothing, but I stuck him in the fantasy team. I said, this is the man, Marcus Rashford, will set him alight. And when he started like that, I watched him play in the second game, and he's not running around and not doing anything. I took him straight out of the team. I couldn't trust him. Yeah. I couldn't trust him to be that man. Now, that can't be good. Now, if I'm not trusting him, the manager's seeing him every day, and he's certainly not trusting him. He's the one he needs to trust.
And he's not
only looking at what he's doing on the pitch. What he's looking at the whole package of these players now. He's seeing how they behave. He's doing loads of due diligence with them. And I'm suggesting Marcus is not behaving correctly, but he's not doing something right for that manager.
How's that fantasy team getting on?
Amad Diallo could play a pivotal role in Ruben Amorim's potential rebuild of Manchester United. The young winger impressed during his loan at Sunderland, showcasing his creativity, flair and goal-scoring ability. Amorim, known for his dynamic, attacking football and trust in youth, might see Amad as a key player who fits perfectly into his philosophy. With his versatility to operate as a winger or playmaker, coupled with his work rate and defensive contribution, Amad seems well suited to Amorim's system, which demands intelligence and adaptability. The big question, however, is whether Amad will become a guaranteed starter or remain a squad option. Amorim's track record of nurturing young talent suggests he could give the Ivorian a platform to shine, potentially addressing the creativity United have lacked in recent years. Fans are eager to see if Amad can seize this opportunity and become a vital player in United's future under Amorim. What do you think? Is Amad ready to step up and make his mark? Let us know your thoughts.